reveals
Am I
over
recording?
the next 2 hours, so stick around right until the end. This is our biggest opening night live we've ever done, so let's not waste another second. It all begins with this.
Call of Duty. Let's just post that we're live. Discord.
It brings me such satisfaction.
Yeah, Call of Duty. Let's go. Hopefully the audio is good.
A witness to my work.
We haven't even done an intro. I was very late.
Will know fear.
They want you afraid. Fear makes you easier to control. It's time to wake up.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7.
Shall once again run red with your blood.
Raul Menendez ignited global unrest on an unprecedented scale.
Menendez is a terrorist. We're bringing peace and security to the world.
He refuses to let me go.
Stop looking backwards, David. What matters is what you do next.
A lot of people counting on us for answers.
Butterflies again. Toxin. Just like we said, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but just like we said, a lot of hallucinations, it seems like. Mind games. Using toxins.
This isn't real.
This isn't real. There you go. Boosted jumps. Grappling. Nice. Tokyo. Alaska. And I believe that's from the campaign, Avalon.
Pull it together, man!
So eager to leave, Daddy.
Killing a man is a hell of a lot
Yeah, he's
easier than
definitely
killing the
hallucinating. It's not real.
You were never cut out to be a Mason.
Keep in mind, guys, this is all campaign. We haven't seen multiplayer yet.
Now.
Oof. Nice. Pre-order now.
Challenge pack when you pre-order now.
And I believe November 14th. There we go. November 14th release, just like we saw last night. It wasn't confirmed, but they confirmed it like 10, 20 minutes ago. Xbox. In its description for the game. I believe it released like a full description and they kind of leaked it, I'm assuming, because a lot of people were talking about it. November 14th. I don't know how I feel about it. Kind of late.
Ops Arcade as well, and it looks like we also have an official date. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 releases on November 14th.
I believe
And to
beta
tell
is
us more,
October
please welcome
2nd.
Miles Leslie from Treyarch and Natalie Pohorsky from Raven to Opening Night Live.
All right, let's make sure we posted that we went live on Discord. We should be good. All right, now they're gonna, I believe, talk about the campaign. All right, we posted a community post. We posted on Twitter. Or X, I guess.
Hello, guys. Congratulations on the reveal. Welcome, Miles and Natalie to Opening Night Live.
Thanks for having us. We're very excited to finally talk about this game.
Yeah, excited. Let's get into it.
All right.
Hopefully everything's good, because usually I do like a 5-minute intro, make sure the audio is good, talk to chat, but we had to jump right into it because I was running late. I was making my coffee, and then my PC was crashing on me. What's up, TR? How's it going, baby? Can we get confirmation, TR? Audio, video? Are we dropping any frames, if you don't mind telling me? I didn't get a chance to check. I had to jump in. I didn't even do an intro.
In only the ways Black Ops could.
I was running late.
And, you know, you come to expect what you got there. It's a world of fear. The shadows are gone. Nothing is what it seems.
Yeah, 2035 setting. So the question is, you know, we're wondering, how does Menendez, how does this all fit into the Black Ops timeline?
Yeah, so we're pulling threads from Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 6. But don't worry, don't get it twisted. This is a beast of its own, Black Ops 7. We're stepping into a world spiraling from the return of Raul Menendez and the consequences of the past.
All right, well, I'm curious who the protagonist is, so you can tell us who's stepping
My
up to
audio's
fight.
low.
Yeah, David Mason returns, but he is not the same. He's carrying deep scars. Some you can see, some you can't. And he's
I
got a
didn't
new
even
team
change
with
it. That's
him,
weird.
And every mission, every move is a test.
Now,
And
what
we're
makes the story
also-
stand apart? Yeah.
We're also introducing
I lowered
the Guild.
the stream's audio.
To mention,
Maybe that
a
will
global
fix it.
tech force
Bring
that
it, like,
claims to
closer.
be humanity's last line of defense against this mysterious threat. And their CEO, Emma Kagan, is a visionary leader with a clear mission. But how she chooses to confront this crisis is often at odds with David and his team. So it's not a battle of good versus evil, it's a clash of philosophies. What kind of future are we building, and who gets to decide?
All right, so some deep thoughts there. So yeah, tell us about how does this story stand apart this time?
It's the characters.
Okay.
So the story is about identity, memory, and consequence. And we've crafted this cast like pieces of a puzzle. So each one has a reason to be there, and each one brings something unique to the table.
I believe there's
And we've also
4
got our
main
central
characters from what
city
we
of
saw.
Avalon, which is more than just a backdrop. It's a living, breathing space that evolves with the player. And it's also where our story roots take hold.
All right, well, one thing we want to talk about is gameplay, and I understand you're doing
Gameplay.
a co-op campaign for this one?
Please
That's
be
right.
good.
From the start, we wanted to make a bold change with the campaign. Black Ops 7 can be played solo or up to
Is it
4
better now,
players.
buddy?
It's a shared experience, and every mission has been handcrafted for variety. Tone, pacing, gameplay location. You're going to be running on the rooftops of Japan, exploring the Mediterranean coast, and then diving deep into the human psyche.
I like
All
it.
of it has been crafted
I like
to
it.
really add clues to the story.
Different
And
settings.
offer their own gameplay focus.
Wow, so wild story, co-op campaign, you are definitely pushing boundaries this time.
Yes, we are. Black Ops 7 is all about innovation across the entire game, and not just in gameplay, but in how we tell stories, how we connect
That's a very
players,
important point,
and how we
storytelling.
build worlds. And this is just the beginning. There's more to come at Call of Duty Next, including multiplayer and zombies.
Call of Duty
But for
Next.
Now, we hope you guys
End
are
of September, I
excited
think.
to step into something new.
Not
and
confirmed yet.
Experience something truly unforgettable.
Amazing. All right, Call of Duty Black Ops 7, thanks so much, guys. And now, here's a behind-the-scenes look from the rest of the Call of Duty development team.
Let's go. Sounds better. Awesome, TR. Thank you.
Black Ops 7
How's your
brings
shift
an
going, man?
all-new
How's
way to
work?
Play the Call of Duty campaign. This time, you're not going in alone. You have the option this year to play solo or up to 4-player co-op start to finish. You can bring your friends, you can make some new ones, and there's a whole bunch of adventure even after the story.
For
Even
solo
after the
players,
story.
we really make sure that they can engage in the campaign the way they want to and feel like they're truly playing a Black Ops story.
What's going to be fun is having each player in your squad gravitate towards their own play style and then really playing it off of each other.
We've crafted this as an inherently social mode that features the amazing linear Call of Duty missions that our community loves.
Mission variety is at the core of the Black Ops 7 campaign. The pacing shifts between high-intensity combat, stealth-driven objectives, and deeply
Raid.
psychological sequences that challenge
Hijacked.
your perception of reality. Avalon serves as the narrative's anchor throughout, but the campaign stretches far beyond its borders, both geographically and thematically.
It's dynamic and full of opportunities to explore, experiment, and experience the story in new ways.
And in the culmination of the co-op campaign,
I like that
we're
optic.
unleashing something
Futuristic.
bold.
Looks
The
clean.
endgame. It's a proving ground to
Like
put
an ELO
everything you've
from
mastered throughout the
Advanced
campaign to the test.
Warfare.
The endgame is a brand new PvE social experience where you and your squad will need to survive overwhelming odds, adapt under pressure, and break the rules of what you thought a campaign could be.
Zombies.
Each run is a new step in your power journey as you wield
Riot
personalized
shield.
abilities and
Futuristic
face
riot
unexpected
shield.
challenges. And here, all of Avalon opens up.
We know those rats are going to be using those shields.
Gameplay mechanics, player movement. Players really can turn the map into their playground.
This is your chance.
Good question, Nico. Camos be transferred to Black Ops 7. Maybe Warzone only. I'm not too sure, man. Really good question. We don't have any
Every
clue
mode
yet.
of this game is built with the
Riot
intention
shield
to deliver
rats.
the best possible experience to our players. So whether you're a Call of Duty veteran or new blood,
Looks so that's Avalon. It looks so
something
beautiful.
for you in Black Ops 7.
Pre-order now. All right, let's do it. Let's pre-order. Let's go.
All right,
But yeah, for camos, we need to find out, man. I'm not too sure. How you been, Nico?
Black Ops 7 Direct and tune into Call of Duty Next on September 30th.
September 30th. There we go.
On Fallout Season 2 and the announcement of a brand new game from adventure game legend Ron Gilbert. I grew up playing his games, and I can't wait to show you his next.
Is that it for Call of Duty?
A little bit later.
I expected a little bit more.
Brand new game announcement of the night.
I think that's it for Call of Duty. Hold on.
Well, to do the honors, please welcome back to ONL one of the most respected and recognizable hosts in esports. She's my co-host, Shox.
We'll stick around for a little bit, talk, just to make sure we're not missing anything. I believe people are going to start posting videos and talk about what they experienced because we know people have played it. I believe they invited people like a week ago to play Black Ops 7.
To be back here at Gamescom and ONL. I just had so much fun last year that I had to run it back. And let me just say, we have an unbelievable show for you tonight.
Let's just
now, without
wait.
further ado, it's time for our first new game announcement at ONL.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty. Grappling hook, multiplayer. Warzone, not confirmed. So we do know... All right, we're gonna have to hop on Twitter. People are revealing a lot of things. Anyway, just a couple of things we gotta talk about while we keep this on, just in case we see anything else. But it seems like that's it for Call of Duty. A grappling hook is part of the specialists. There are gonna be special. Are they called specialists? I forgot, from BO3. They are making a return to multiplayer. Warzone, I'm not too sure. We haven't seen anything for Warzone yet, guys. Just keep that in mind. Nico, you asked about camos. In Warzone, you most likely will be able to use your camos from BO6 on BO6 weapons. In terms of transferring, I'm not sure if they're gonna go the same route as MW2, MW3. It is highly likely, but I'm not 100% positive. Just to let you know. Anyway, how's everyone doing, man? We didn't even do an intro. I jumped in at 1:59. I was making my coffee and then my PC almost crashed on me. So I had to jump in. I didn't even check the audio, video. I think I just posted on Discord that we're live. There's a lot of things to talk about, guys. A lot of things to talk about. A lot of things to talk about. People are spreading a lot of information on Twitter. What are we thinking? What do you guys want to do first? Verticality for maps? Definitely, yeah. So multiplayer seems to be more vertical for sure. There's definitely grappling hook. There's exo movement in campaign. Not in multiplayer, it seems like, but nobody's confirmed anything yet. I've heard bits and pieces. That's a lot of stuff in small clip. Yeah, it's a lot of information in a small clip. Shields, grappling hook, new guns, optics, movement, zombies, a little bit of zombies, maps. We saw a little bit of hijacked, if I'm not mistaken, like a reskin. Obviously, it's not going to look the same. The shields look really interesting. Those shields look really interesting. They're very futuristic. I think they did a really good job with the look. But I don't know. Let's take a look at a few tweets. Zombies original crew returns alongside BO6 crew. Round based, which is good. Survival mode returns. Dead Ops Arcade 4. Let's just mute this since we're not listening to it anymore. Carry forward for Call of Duty Black Ops 7. All current double XP tokens and gobble guns available day one in Black Ops 7. So again, if you have any XP that you want to save up, it's going to carry forward, which is perfect. Operators, bundles, and other Black Ops 6 content to be added to Black Ops 7 at Season 1 launch. So again, operators, all the bundles that you own. And I'm assuming camo. So that answers your question, Nico. I believe camos are going to carry forward too at Season 1 launch. So a couple months after release. Operators, listen, man, we've talked about it a million times. I'd rather BO7 be its own game and not have anything carry forward. I don't want to see Beavises. I don't want to see Terminators and Ninja Turtles. Even though I like Ninja Turtles, I feel like it was a really good collaboration. But like, I feel like they went too far with American Dad and Beavis and Butthead. Like this right here is very disappointing because it's going to take away from the immersion in the game, especially because I got to mute my phone, man, because like, it's a futuristic game set in 2035 with robots, futuristic gadgets, and then you're going to see a Beavis running around. Like, you know what I mean? I understand the reason they do it. It's marketing. They want to sell some bundles. They want to market towards people that like Ninja Turtles, that, like, we've talked about it a million times. I understand it from a marketing standpoint, but in terms of like immersion, in terms of like the game, I don't think we need it, man. I don't think we need it. What do you guys think? Skin should stay for Warzone at least. Exactly. Like it, you know what? Let me mute my phone, man. My phone is going crazy. Yeah, I fully agree, TR. For Warzone, it makes sense. They don't want people to think, oh, like I just spent 20, 30 bucks on a bundle that I purchased like 2 months ago, and now it's part of an old game and I can't use it in the new game. I fully understand that. That's totally understandable. Keep it for Warzone, though. Like, imagine like a 2035 multiplayer, and then you have Beavis and Butthead. You have Terminators. That also shows you that they're going to take the same approach and release more bundles. You know what I mean? You want your ballerina skin? Totally understandable. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's, to me, I feel like this is something that would make or break the game. And it seems like, I don't want to say it. Again, to some people, it's something minimal, but at the same time, for me, like, I want to be immersed in the game. I don't want to see Beavises and Buttheads in a 2035 game. You know what I mean? For me, gameplay is very important. Graphics are very important, but the setting, the vibe, like, I want to be, like, I want to feel like I'm part of the game. And that's not realistic. A Beavis in 2035, like a Terminator, come on, guys. It reminds you of Black Ops 3. It does remind me of BO3 for sure. Almost like a mesh between BO3 and BO4, but a closer clone to BO3. Not a clone, but you know what I mean. Black Ops 7 will follow MW3 type system with weekly challenges starting at Season 1. So again, a lot of things at Season 1 launch, not at release. But basically, we're going to have the weekly challenges. Remember how we had, it wasn't Gunsmith. What was it called again? Does anyone remember? Aftermarket parts. So basically, it's going to be the same thing. Weekly challenges will have attachments, weapon blueprints, and more rewards, along with 2 camos, one halfway through and one at the end of the challenge. So more camos, that's always a good thing. I love the fact that they're adding weekly challenges. That's one thing that kept me interested in MW3 when the game was kind of having a rough patch. So I really appreciate this. I feel like Black Ops 6 did a really bad job post-launch. Launch was perfect. Post-launch, they kind of dropped the ball. I feel like they're learning from that mistake. It seems like we're going to have to wait and see, but based on this information, things are looking good. What else do we have? Black Ops 7 XP, Weapon XP, Battle Pass across campaign, endgame, multiplayer, and zombies. Classic prestige system. 10 prestiges, 55 levels each, so just like Black Ops 6. Weapon prestige, 2 prestiges per weapon, with attachments and exclusive camos to unlock with max level of 250. So basically, they want you to keep grinding the game. There's more rewards for grinding, leveling up weapons, prestiging. I love it. That's amazing. Black Ops 7 multiplayer updates. No tactical sprint by default. Use perk for it. No tactical sprint by default, but you have a perk to tactical sprint. I love it. So they're doing the opposite of Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6, tactical sprint is a default, but there's a perk for you to run normally. I believe it's called Slipstream, if I'm not mistaken. They're doing the opposite because people complain, but they know some people like tac-sprint, so they want to give people that option, but the default is going to be like a Slipstream kind of movement. I love it. Thank you, Call of Duty. No ADS while sliding, diving, or wall jumping by default. Use perk for it. Hold on. So when you're sliding, diving, or wall jumping, which we know is in the game, you can't ADS. You can hip fire only, and I'm assuming the hip fire spread is going to be just too much for you to deal with. But you can use a perk for it. And I'm assuming with the perk, it increases your accuracy while you're performing those moves. That's interesting because I feel like, I don't know, like, I can see this being good, but at the same time, I would have to wait and see the perk. I feel like that perk might be too OP, for sure. For sure. Specialist bonus to get all perks. Okay, that's pretty standard. Looper perk for looping streaks. So you can loop streaks, but you need a looping perk. What did I do? Okay, never mind. Listen, guys, I'm not used to these kind of streams, so... Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. You're about to what now? Anyway, let's go back. I don't want to see any like weird comments. Again, we're recording this for YouTube, so we got to be careful. But yeah, looper perks for looping. It seems like there's a lot of perks and perk options to choose from, which could be a good thing for variety and customization. But at the same time, leveling, usually when there's a lot of perks, guys, it's good, just like I said, because it gives you a lot of options and it gives people different standards to choose from. But at the same time, having too much of anything, for example, attachments, for example, aftermarket parts, usually creates confusion and creates, like, basically it makes it a little bit tougher to like balance the game. So I don't know how this is going to play, but it seems like there's a lot of perks to choose from. I appreciate it, but hopefully everything's balanced and everything's in a good kind of level. Gung-ho perk for sprint while firing. That's interesting. And then this is Avalon, obviously. Breaking news, Black Ops 7 features a total of 16 mastery camos. For the first time ever, campaign will have mastery camos available to unlock. There's a heavy emphasis on them forcing the campaign, and I really appreciate it because usually when people jump into the campaign, we saw it in Black Ops 6, there was a lot of rewards at the end for playing the campaign, but usually with Call of Duty, people skip the campaign because they're like, yeah, we can play it whenever, like I want to jump into multiplayer. But it seems like as of last year, and especially this year, based on this information, people are going to be more motivated to play the campaign to unlock some things at the end of the campaign so that they can use them in multiplayer. Again, I was very excited for the campaign based on the information, the story, the graphics, the setting, everything. And I'm definitely going to play the campaign first before playing the multiplayer. But with this information, now I think I'm going to spend more time in the campaign just to make sure I unlock those camos. And like, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it because again, like you have a team, again, spending a lot of time on a campaign. They want to make sure that people actually play the campaign. Hopefully it's a long campaign. Like I would want it to be like a 6-7, like based on the story and what we heard about like mind games, different settings, Tokyo, Mediterranean, Sea, Alaska. There was another POI that I forgot about, Avalon. It seems like they have a lot of opportunities to explore different settings and to kind of like expand on the story, especially because there's 4 characters. You can either play it solo or part of a squad. So I would hope for the campaign to be a long one. But again, like the fact that there's mastery camos in the campaign is going to motivate people to play the campaign more. And again, if you were not excited for the campaign based on all the information we heard in the past, I bet this is going to make you play the campaign. I really appreciate it. Speaking of the campaign, Black Ops 7 has a 4-player co-op campaign with 11 missions in a linear story. Linear story. I love it. Thank you so much, Call of Duty. Thank you so much. 11 missions, which is pretty standard for Call of Duty in general. Usually like 11 to 12. Older Call of Duty sometimes have like 13, maybe like up to 16 missions. It depends on the mission length too. Like having 11 missions doesn't really mean that it's going to be a long campaign or not necessarily even short. It depends on the missions. Linear story is perfect. You can either play it solo or campaign. Once done, endgame unlocks, and I believe that's going to be Avalon. Endgame is 1 to 32 player PvE experience on Avalon. Exactly. It's replayable mission to experience after the campaign. If you die, you lose all your gear and have to restart. Okay, that's interesting. So it seems like you got to complete all 11 missions. Once you're done with the missions, you unlock Endgame, which is, it feels like it's almost like a multiplayer, but like pre-multiplayer experience on Avalon. I wonder how they're going to connect it though. Like it seems like 1 to 32, like I would need more information on this. It seems interesting, but I would want to find out some more information on this. But basically it's kind of like, it's not part of the campaign. It doesn't seem like it's part of the campaign. Once you complete the campaign, you can unlock it. That's very interesting. Do perks stack? I would assume so. We haven't seen anything like based on like, again, only the things that I mentioned. We haven't seen more information. But I would assume you can stack perks, like 2 perks. I don't know if it's going to be like a pick 10 system or if you're going to have like a perk greed system, like a gunfighter or like those kind of wild cards. I'm not too sure. Movement demons will be giving up. Movement demons will be giving up a lot of perks to move. That's what it sounds like. So usually with perks, a lot of perks are catered towards stealth, alertness, awareness, minimap awareness, bird's eye, even multiplayer, like expanding your minimap. This year, it seems like there's a lot of perks that benefit you when it comes to movement, like sliding, shooting while sliding, ADSing while sliding, tac-sprinting, gung-ho. Like I can name at least 4 perks that we've seen so far that are catered towards movement, which goes back to my point. How are you going to balance everything? If there's a lot of perks, there's like the loop streak perk. There's a lot of perks. I feel like it's going to be tough to balance everything. And I feel like us as consumers, it's going to be tough to pick 3 perks, 4 perks, whatever the case is, which is a good thing because it's going to give you a variety of class setups to build and it's going to make the game interesting. But at the same time, if it's too complex, I feel like it just might be frustrating. We're going to have to wait and see. You need to have like a really good balance if you're going to have way too many perks with a lot of different perks. Like movement, just like I said, awareness, streaks, health regen, for example. I can think of a lot of possibilities here, but this right here is very interesting in my opinion. Endgame. I wonder how they're gonna integrate it with the campaign. Breaking Call of Duty Black Ops 7 will allow you to share weapon builds directly with other players in game. So instead of taking screenshots, you can share your weapon with friends. I love it. That's amazing. This is something we should have had like years ago, but I really appreciate it. This is the one in Alaska. This picture right here. It looks really good. And then you see Big Bird, whatever it's called. You'll also be able to share a build code online that lets anyone put the code in game and instantly get that specific weapon build. That's amazing. So basically, if I tweet out a build code and you're in the middle of a game, according to this, you can type in that code and it would instantly give you the same weapon with the same attachment without you having to go to attachments and change them. That's amazing. We're going to watch a trailer again in a little bit, but I just want to cover all the information because, again, people have played the game. They've invited a lot of players. We're looking at Charlie Intel, one of my best sources of information when it comes to Call of Duty. Shout out to Charlie for all the work he does. I believe he has a team behind him too, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, people were invited last week and this information is something that they can finally share. So like, I just want to read it. Shared build is dope. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That to me, that's exciting. Like how many times do people come into the stream and go, hey Mo, like, can you share your build? And I'm in the middle of a game and we have to go back and like, we have to look at it. We can have like commands for codes as content creators or streamers, and we can just type them in chat and people can copy and paste in game. It sounds very seamless and I love it. You don't have to wait until you're done with the game to go back and pick all the attachments and look at a screenshot. That to me, that's amazing. I love it. First Call of Duty Black Ops 7 gameplay teaser showcasing campaign. We've seen that before. Vault Edition. Let's take a look. So Vault Edition. So this leaked picture was actually true, which is unfortunate because when I looked at it, I was like, it sounds like someone just photoshopped a few things. I was hoping it wasn't real, but it is real. I kind of like this guy, the way he looks, but to me, this is too, I don't know. Like, again, I'm not a big fan of futuristic Call of Duties per se, but I feel like it's time for a futuristic Call of Duty. Based on what we've seen, it looks good, but like in terms of operators, like these guys right here, especially this guy, like I don't want them to overdo anything, if I'm being honest. Anyway, Vault Edition, I believe, is $100 US, about 120 Canadian, if I'm not mistaken, based on what we've seen. You get Karma, Harper, Ted, Reaper, EWR-3. So you get 4 skins, 4 operators, Black Cell, Battle Pass, 1100 COD points, 20 tier skips, and more, just like we've seen before. Permanent Unlock Token, Ultra Gobblegum. Interesting. And then Reznov, Beta Early Access. We've seen this before. It doesn't look anything like, what was his name again? Reznov, but it is what it is. Almost like a reskin of him. But yeah, this is something you get for pre-purchasing or pre-ordering the game. And then Vault Edition, you get all this. And then Mastercraft, Weapon Collection, Peacekeeper, just like we said yesterday on stream. It looks really good. Hopefully it's as good as the Peacekeeper that we know. We got an M10 Breacher, like a battle rifle. This is a laser, I believe, Flatline Mark II. LMG, Peacekeeper. It looks like an AR, but I don't know. It looks like it's an AR size. And then we got the Recon. Looks like it's almost like a sniper marksman rifle based on the looks. I like how saturated and colored the weapons are. Again, it's futuristic. You got to take advantage. You can't have like a grainy game. As we can tell, like there's a lot of colors, a lot of saturation, trademark of Treyarch, and especially because it's futuristic, I feel like you can be a little bit more creative and you can experiment with weapons just like this, for example. And I appreciate it, even though like I'm someone who prefers like Infinity Ward in terms of like the game's like realism, especially the past year. Like I feel like I honestly didn't want to see Black Ops 6 and then Black Ops 7. I wanted to have like a gap here where we have like MW4. I would have loved having MW4 before Black Ops 7, but it is what it is. We're having Black Ops 7. So you got to take full advantage because you know next year is going to be MW4, and then the following year I believe is going to be like an Advanced Warfare. So it's going to be a while before we see a Black Ops 8. Hopefully we don't see Black Ops 8 anytime soon, because I feel like it just ruins the franchise having multiple Black Opses within the time frame of like what, 2-3 years. I feel like we need to kind of miss it, just like we miss, like, for example, MW right now, and a lot of people would want MW before Black Ops. So again, this is going to be the last year for Treyarch for at least 3-4 years. So you got to take full advantage. Also, you got to make sure post-launch is taken care of, because Black Ops 6, just like we said, I was one of a lot of people actually that loved Black Ops 6 when it came out. I was playing it on a daily basis. To me, it was one of my favorite Call of Duties of recent years. And then out of nowhere, I just lost interest because post-launch was really bad. It was really bad. I'm excited for the next 3 Call of Duties. Me too. We got this right here, and then we got MW4, and it seems like Advanced Warfare is going to be the one following. It seems like it. I'm not too sure, but I'm excited for at least this year and next year. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 pre-orders live now on Xbox Store and PlayStation Store. Standard 70, Vault 100, that's American dollars, just like we said. We got Vault Edition, Normal Edition, and I believe, yeah, Reznov. I like this blue kind of like glitch kind of skin. Just like we know, there's a heavy emphasis on mind games. We saw toxins being spread. We saw dialogue again. We're gonna rewatch it in a little bit. What we did see, someone mentioned to the main character, I forgot his name, tell him this is not real, and then we saw someone look like almost like the size of the map. We saw like a big sword. We saw a lot of things. So it seems like there's going to be a lot of emphasis on things that are not real and like out of this world kind of experiences. And that's what this seems like. And I appreciate it. Anyway, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 confirmed to launch on Friday, November 14th, just like we saw yesterday. We're going to talk about it in a little bit. I believe the beta we said is October 2nd, early access, 5th for open beta, which is right before Battlefield comes out. I believe Call of Duty had to do this just to avoid competition. I believe CODNEXT is going to be September 30th. September 30th is, let's see. September 30th is going to be a Tuesday. And then Thursday, October 2nd, 2 days following CODNEXT, we got early access, weekend number 1. And then on the 5th, Sunday, open beta week number 1. I'm not sure if they're going to do a week number 2. It seems like it's only 1 week. We got to keep in mind that Battlefield comes out on the 10th. If open beta is on the 5th, I would assume it's on for 4 days, which means that it would end a day before Battlefield comes out. Again, they're going to avoid that competition. And I believe that's one of the reasons Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is launching November 14th. Usually it's end of October. I feel like they needed a little bit more time because I don't know what happens behind closed doors. Maybe they needed to fully polish the game. We noticed that they extended season 4 by a little bit. So we kind of felt that something was going to happen, either have like a shorter season 5 or delay the game a little bit. Not really delay because they never really posted anything about launching in October, but we just assumed. It seems like we're going to have a season 5 reloaded, maybe a season 6. We might actually have some time for season 6. I believe this season ends in 50 days, if I'm not mistaken. So we might have 5 weeks for a new season. So it looks like we might have a season 6. Listen, I feel like November 14th, it's really unfortunate because ever since they revealed Black Ops 7 almost 2 months ago, I feel like there was a lot of dead time and everyone's been eager to play a new Call of Duty. The state of Black Ops 6 is not the best right now. Even in terms of Warzone, people complain, people are getting tired. Like, I would have loved to have Black Ops 7 release October. But if I'm being honest with you, I'd rather them take their time and give us a finished product and not repeat mistakes from Black Ops 6. So if they need more time, I'm okay with that. We can wait a couple more weeks. I'd rather wait a couple more weeks and get a finished product than get an early product and then play it for a couple weeks, have fun, and then just get tired of it, if I'm being honest. Reaper skin looks dope. Yeah, I agree. That Reaper skin looks really nice. I think grappling hook and maybe riot shields will be tied to a specialist ability. It seems like it. I don't think... Yeah, so grappling hook is definitely a specialist. Riot shield, I wouldn't be surprised. Hopefully it's not an attachment. Hopefully it's tied to a specialist. Once we look at the reveal trailer again, we should be able to know. But again, keep in mind that that footage could have been from the campaign. I think we saw 2-3 riot shields in one clip. But yeah, like, again, to go back to my point, it sucks that we're not getting it October, but I feel like the reason they're doing it is, well, 2 reasons. Number one, they want to avoid competition with Battlefield, because if they release it October, they know based on the numbers on Twitch and people playing the game, Steam numbers, how people received the beta, Battlefield 6 beta. I feel like they know their numbers are going to drop a little bit, not necessarily by a lot, but they're going to lose some people because people are going to be playing Battlefield. So they were like, you know what? We'll release the beta, the open beta, before Battlefield comes out to avoid that competition. And then we'll release the game November 14th, which is a full month after Battlefield 6 releases, to kind of get people more excited to play Black Ops 7, I should say, and to give the developers more time to fully polish the game. Again, we know that they invited people last week. I'm assuming they asked them for feedback. I guess there's some more work to do on the game. Again, based on what we've seen with Warzone, anti-cheat, ricochet, glitches, bugs. We experience them on a daily basis. I live stream every single day on YouTube and Twitch, and we play the game for like 4 or 5 hours. There's always something wrong with the game. And that's my experience. Other people's experiences are a lot more worse, I guess, and they're a lot more exaggerated than mine. So again, I know that the game right now is not in a good state. I know there's a lot of work to do. I would hope for Black Ops 7 to be better than Black Ops 6. So again, take your time, make sure it's fixed, because again, people are getting tired of Call of Duty because of decision making. My main concern, based on everything we've seen right now, is carry forward bundles. I don't want to see Beavis running around in Black Ops 7. Hopefully we get that toggle. I know they've mentioned something about Milsim. Apparently you can enable Milsim characters. So basically you see only Milsim and like basic operators. You can enable or disable that feature. Apparently it's in the game. Not confirmed. Hopefully it is, because I don't want to see fucking Beavis running around. You know what I mean? I'm getting tired of Beavis in Warzone. Will specialists be restricted in multiplayer rank too? I don't think they would be. I don't think so. But I would be really interested in seeing how specialists operate in multiplayer ranked. Another question for you. Are specialists going to be part of Warzone, or is it just Black Ops 7? A lot of questions already. Oh yeah. They know exactly what they're... Guys, it's literally the same cycle. Last year, again, I wasn't streaming it last year. I believe I posted a video on it. I reacted to Black Ops 6 reveal. But we were left with more questions than answers. And it's only going to build up more hype. And again, we have today's August 19th. We have about 6 more weeks to go before CODNEXT. So we're not going to have a lot of information. Well, maybe some leaks. But we're going to have a lot of questions to ask until we actually see CODNEXT and we see people play it. And then after that, we're going to have more questions. And then we're going to have 6 more weeks to get our hands on the game. So again, the next 6 weeks are going to be really slow. Unless they decide to add more Warzone events, just like we've seen camos and things you can unlock in Black Ops 7. I would hope they do because they want to keep the hype up. But yeah, a lot of questions. Another guess is grappling hook will be a field upgrade in Warzone. Yeah, I could see that happening. Or they would just like have a specialist kind of slot where you can choose specialists. I don't know how it's going to integrate in Warzone. That's one thing I would have loved to see today, but they never even mentioned Warzone. Keep in mind, guys, the game comes out November 14th, but Warzone will most likely be offline. I believe that's what they did last year, right? Most likely Warzone will come out season 1 and ranked. So we're not going to have ranked day 1. We're not going to have Warzone day 1. I don't think so. They're going to give you a month to play the game because obviously they want people to play the game. They don't want people to jump into Warzone day 1. They want you to try Black Ops 7. And they're going to take feedback, patch things up before they drop Warzone. So again, we're not going to have Warzone day 1. So I guess they're going to look at how people receive specialists. They're going to look at how people receive the perk system, fine tune it, and then drop Warzone with season 1. Release date is season 0, technically. That's one thing a lot of people miss. A lot of questions. Oh yeah. A lot of questions indeed. You should stream Black Ops 7 campaign the day or two before Warzone day 1, so you aren't burnt out. We're going to stream. So Warzone is not going to come out November 14th. The campaign most likely won't have an early access like they did 2-3 years ago. No. MW2 was the last time they did an early release, if I'm not mistaken. I would have loved an early release for the campaign so that I can jump into multiplayer as soon as possible. But most likely what I'm going to do, if I'm being honest with you, so I'm going to take a couple of days off from work so that I can play the game when it releases. What we're going to do is, as soon as the game launches, we're going to live stream the campaign fully, probably take a nap 2-3 hours, wake up early next morning and play multiplayer and make videos. I feel like if I start grinding multiplayer, I'm never really going to touch the campaign. I want to play the campaign as soon as the game comes out. Fully play the campaign, which is something we've been doing here. Again, like the Call of Duty marathons we're doing. I'm able to play a full campaign in one sitting, just like we did with Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, MW3, MW2. We got Black Ops 2 coming up next. I might actually stream it tomorrow. But I feel like this is really good practice, so we can actually play the campaign fully when it comes out and then jump into multiplayer and fully grind multiplayer. I'd rather not split my focus between multiplayer, like play a couple games of multiplayer and then play the campaign and then have to go back to multiplayer. I want to fully get the campaign out of the way, unlock all the camos and challenges and the double XP, and then jump into multiplayer. I feel like that's the best option. What do you guys think? I feel like that's the best option, if I'm being honest. What else do we have? Raid. Let's take a look. I like it. Saturated. It's in Tokyo. I can tell. So it's a reskin, obviously. It's the same layout, just a little different. I wouldn't want them to copy paste it from Black Ops 2. So I really appreciate it. You got the bathtub, you got the same POIs, but it looks different. It looks brighter. I like the setting. I love it. So that's Raid. Weapon animations in Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Why is it muted? Oh, never mind. There's no audio. Obviously, this is X, so the quality is not good, even though it says 1080. What else do we have? Black Ops 7 will launch with 16 6v6. We got the names: The Forge, Tashkent, Exposure, Cortez, Card, then Homestead, Colossus, Imprint, Dry Dock, Retrieval, Paranoia, Black Heart, Express, Raid, and Hijacked. Let's take a look. That's Forge. Again, the quality is not the best. Raid. Where's Hijacked? Because I'm pretty sure we saw Hijacked in the trailer. This is Alaska. I like the blue hue. Did we miss Hijacked? Because I swear I did see a clip of Hijacked. I really want to see Express too. Because I feel like Express is going to look good on Black Ops 7. The only downside is the game is old gen too, so it's going to be limited in terms of graphics and performance. I would have loved for them to take Battlefield 6's approach, but I understand them catering towards people with old gen. I understand it. Wall jumping. So it's similar to Black Ops 3, but it has a more, like a stronger boost at the end. See that boost? I like it. I like it. ADS looks good. Based on this gunfight, we don't see a lot of, like, just a little bit of visual shake. This reminds me of, what weapon was it? What weapon was it? It was Black Ops 3. Not the Weevil. There was I forgot its name. Or it could have been Black Ops. Something, it was a weapon with the same optic. I forgot. What else do we have? What else do we have? So we saw wall jumping. In Black Ops 7, whenever you take a screenshot of a gunsmith, every picture has a weapon build code. Anyone can use that code. Okay, nice. More detail. Charlie Intel. Like, Charlie Intel is going crazy with information. I truly appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. No manual doors in any Black Ops 7 multiplayer. Let's go. This is a big W over here. No manual doors. Perfect. Perfect. Wingsuit gameplay in Call of Duty Black Ops 7. This is Skirmish, the new 20v20 map set on 2 locations of Avalon. This is one of the other specialists where you go incognito, camo. New look of Black Ops 7 multiplayer gameplay in HUD. Sam Turrent. Shoddy. It's giving me a lot of like BO3, BO4 vibes for sure. Yeah, definitely like you saw that mantle. I like the movement. I like the movement. Look at the minimap. It's literally screaming BO3 right now. Like a futuristic, like almost like a thin layer, like minimap. I like it. I like the HUD. Like, it looks futuristic, but not too futuristic. I like it. I like it. I like it. Dead Ops, Arcade, Raid. Oh no, we just saw Raid. What? I thought Express. Never mind. Yeah, Japanese theme. I like it. First look at the active camo field upgrade. Yeah, I feel like rats are gonna spam this with the riot shields. All right, beta dates. We gotta save this. All right, beta dates, pre-ordering, get early access October 2nd, October 5th. And then open beta October 5th to October 8th. 2 days before Battlefield 6 comes out. But it's only 1 week? They're not doing 2 weeks this year? That's interesting. That's very interesting. They're only doing a week this year. Wow. I don't know how I feel about it. Pros and cons. Cons, you only get a week. So like the hype kind of slows down a little bit, and then you got to wait 5 weeks to get your hands on the game. Pro, you don't get too tired of the game where you play it twice. We saw Battlefield 6 the second week. There was a lot of problems and people were getting tired. What's up, Tony? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, Tony. How's it going? Long time no see, bro. Appreciate it. How's life, buddy? How was Italy, man? Did you have a good time? You went with your family? All good? Appreciate the resub. Love you, baby. What are we thinking, Tony? I'm pretty sure you watched. What was going on in your head as you were watching? There's a lot of information to digest. I'm really excited, brother. I'm really excited. We got to get you back on Call of Duty. Black Ops 7 introduces overclock for load. Hold on. Overclock for loadouts, equipment, streaks, fields, upgrades can change in game based on progression of the item. Huh. You can overclock loadies. I need more information on that. Multiplayer HUD. We've seen that. Co-op campaign, there's no difficulty setting like realism or veteran. Co-op campaign will adjust the difficulty based on how many players are in your squad of up to 4. So I'm assuming when you have 4 people, it's going to be more difficult because you have more real players with you. If you're going to play it solo, it's going to be a little bit easier. That's interesting. I feel like my first try, I'm going to play it solo. What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? Much needed time. Nice. How long did you spend in Italy, man? I've always wanted to go to Italy. I didn't see anything. I was hoping to watch your reaction, going to watch the stream on YouTube later. I'm actually recording a video. I'm going to post it hopefully tomorrow morning. I'm going to rewatch the trailer just now. So if you want to watch it for the first time, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to rewatch it because I want to like see if I missed anything. But we're just looking at tweets right now. There's a lot of information to take in, brother. I need a moment. We haven't had a smoke since we started the stream. I didn't even do an intro. I started the stream at 1:59, brother. I usually do an intro. I make sure my quality is good, audio. I jumped in. I was like, guys, it's here. Let's go. And I started watching. I'm excited, brother. Zombies, not interested in that. If I'm being honest with you, carry forward. We saw that. All right, we're going to refresh one more time. And see if there's any other information. Call of Duty Next returns live on Tuesday, September 30th. Will feature the full Black Ops 7 multiplayer gameplay reveal, zombies, and the future of Warzone. Call of Duty, what's going on? I didn't get an invite. Are you going to invite me or what? My community wants me to play at CODNEXT. I promise I'm going to behave. I'm not going to cuss. I'm not going to teabag anyone. I promise. Just invite me. Put me on the map. Put the community on the map. Daddy FG and his FG squad. We covered the trailer. We covered tweets and information. I shared my thoughts. You guys shared your thoughts too. Now we're going to break down the trailer one last time. Wrap it up. Conclude our thoughts. And that's going to be a YouTube video. This is my theory. Raul Menendez is dead. He knew he was going to die. Again, we haven't played Black Ops 2 yet. But again, just my analysis. He dies. He launches something in 2035 after his death, post-death, and it's based on fear. It's a gas. It's a red gas. It makes you hallucinate and see things that are not true. And again, it's very evident in the trailer. But that's his weapon of choice. Mind-bending games. They mention it many times. Fear. Again, that's what it sounds like. So he's not physically there. He's dead. But he kind of he masterminded this whole plan, basically. I bet you he's dead. 100% Raul Menendez is dead.
He refuses to let me go.
That's kind of like the twist in the game, that they make you think he's alive. He's launching like war, but he's dead. Post-death war. I love it. Yeah, and then he releases it. There you go. These are like small details. See, now they start hallucinating. See, like that sword right there, that's not real. And again, everything, guys, look at this connection. Look at the sword and look at this gas. And again, it's in Warzone right now. When you open a crate and you follow that track, you follow the red gas, you start hallucinating in game. You see a lot of red, right? Everything that has red, my assumption is not real. That's my assumption. I don't know.
This isn't real.
Exactly. I want to see the riot shields again. But yeah, apparently the boosted movement is only part of the campaign. Apparently. And he starts hallucinating again. Yeah.
So eager to leave, Daddy.
Yeah, and then I guess that little kid is him, right? Where is it? Yeah, he's being tortured. Where is it? I don't know how to do this. Again, I barely do these kind of streams and videos.
So eager to leave.
That's him right there. See how it's like, it's kind of foggy, like it's not that clear. It's almost like he's revisiting the past or like reliving a memory. That's him running away. What is he running away from? We're not sure. Or maybe he's chasing something. We're not sure. But like, again, Raul Menendez is basically fucking with his head. As simple as that.
Killing a man is a hell of a lot easier than
And then he's being tortured, and then we see Woods for a little bit.
You were never cut out to be a Mason.
You were never cut out to be a Mason. That's interesting. You were never cut out to be a Mason. Is that girl? I don't know. Is she good? Is she bad? Is she like an enemy, a friendly? She looks kind of hot. Like I would want her to be a friendly, but the fact that she might be an enemy is making her even hotter. I don't know, man.
No more games. This ends now.
And they're like, again, hallucination. Look at that hand right there. I believe that's, yeah, we see like a big ass dude. That's a hallucination. So again, like to me, the graphics look good. Mechanics look good. But the number one thing I'm excited for is the story. What is going on? What is real? What's not real? What's happening? Is Raul Menendez alive? Is he dead? What's going on? A lot of questions, man. We've been recording for like almost 2 hours. I don't know how long this video is going to be. But yeah, just to wrap it up, a lot of information to dissect. The next couple weeks are going to be very interesting in terms of like information, because again, we know that people have played the game last week. Everything I've seen is really good, really exciting, except for one thing. Carry forward. I don't want to see Beavis's and like those skins in Black Ops 7, but just like I said earlier, I do understand why they got to do it, because people spent real money and they want to make sure people have access to that, because technically Black Ops 7 is kind of connected to Black Ops 6. They're going to follow the same path they did as MW2, MW3. I understand it. I disagree with it. I feel like it might break the game. Hopefully they have that feature where you can turn on that setting and you can only see like default skins and operators. Hopefully that's the case, because for me, immersion is very important in a game. It's not just about like frames and gameplay and mechanics. For me, I want to again, it's 2035. It's a really good setting. Take advantage of it. I don't want to feel like I'm not immersed fully in it. So for me, that's one concern. Campaign looks really good. Story is very interesting. A lot of questions being asked. Gameplay looks good. Specialists. I feel like they did a good job balancing perks. Like again, it's just information. We got to see more. CODNEXT is September 30th, and then early access beta is October 2nd, and then open beta is October 5th. They're only going to do a week. November 14th, game release. That's exciting too. It's, again, I would have loved for like an October release, but if they need more time to give us like a final product that's like fully polished, I fully understand, and that's okay. But again, we need to see more. Again, a lot of information to kind of like sleep on and like kind of dissect a little bit. And I know we're going to find out more information on Twitter because, again, people have played the game. But for me, initial thoughts, I'm really excited. A lot of pros. Campaign looks really interesting. That 32 mode end game is really interesting too. The fact that you can play campaign on your own or with a squad of 4 people is an interesting feature as well. Hopefully it's a long campaign. I would want it to be like 6, maybe 8 hours. Linear progression, linear levels. That's exciting as well. It's really interesting. I feel like that's what we're going to do when the game releases. We're going to live stream the campaign fully and then play multiplayer. Multiplayer, just like I said, I would want them to just correct mistakes from Black Ops 6. Post-launch, content, camos, blueprints. Again, based on everything we've seen and heard, it looks like that's what they're going to do. That's amazing. Just tone it down with the blueprints. Tone it down with the skins and the Beavises. Please, 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 Call of Duty. Again, I know there's a market for that and people like that, but I feel like majority of the community doesn't really want that, especially in a 2035 setting game. 16 maps, 30 weapons, a lot of camos, a lot of levels to grind, post progression, like, or cross progression. I'm really excited and I can't wait for September 30th so that we can see what's going on with the game, what they're going to do from now until then. I'm pretty sure they're polishing up the game and I can't wait to play the beta, and we're going to play that on stream. We're going to be posting a lot of videos and I'm just excited, man. I'm just excited. I know it's a Call of Duty cycle and a lot of people jump in and say, oh, you guys say this like every year. Like, if you're not excited based on all the information we have, and again, I know it's information that we haven't seen and a lot of people want like to see actual proof and to get their hands on the game, we're going to get our hands on the game and then we're going to decide for ourselves. But based on the information we've seen, I can't not be excited. I was expecting less information. I got a lot of information and I'm left with a lot of questions, which is interesting because it's only going to build up the hype. And I'm really excited. But yeah, if you guys are watching this on YouTube in the future, I know we're live streaming it right now, but if you guys are watching this on YouTube in the future, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you guys want me to make more videos on this, when they release more information, if you want to see a video of me like sitting down, talking about it, anything you want me to cover, do let me know in the comments down below. I'm excited, man. I'm really excited.